So in organic chemistry, one thing that you need to be familiar with is what are called isomers. An isomer is where you have compounds that have the same chemical formula, but their actual structure arrangements differ. Meaning, in three-dimensional space, their shape is different. It's sort of like if I gave everybody the same 10 Legos, everybody might build something slightly different from that. And here's an example down here of three isomers. If you counted up, you would see that all three of these are C4H12. But you'll notice that one of them is just a straight chain, one of them has a branch, and one of them has basically 4 branches around a central carbon. Now, in this particular case, you'll notice that one thing that it changed was their melting points. One of them has a much, much lower melting point than the other. However, in biology, this can be really important because your body can behave, can react to different isomers differently. For example, one that we'll talk about in the next section is in carbohydrates. Cellulose is a carbohydrate found in plant cell walls, and starch is a carbohydrate that plants store their energy as. And what you'll see is that we can digest starch, but we can't digest cellulose because the enzymes of our body can fit starch, but they can't properly fit cellulose. So sometimes the arrangement in an isomer can affect how your body would process it. And here's another example. Thalidomide was a drug in I believe it was the 60s or the late 50s. It was used for morning sickness in women. And they thought that it was this great drug. What they didn't realize is that thalidomide had 2 isomers. And they happen to be mirror images of each other. So sort of like putting your right shoe on your left foot, it doesn't fit right. And the thing that happened with these isomers is that one of the isomers was actually teratogenic, meaning it basically caused miscarriages and birth defects. And there were huge numbers of children born, I think thousands of children born, all with these same birth defects, specifically because of taking this drug. So you can see where, in an extreme example, even in pharmaceuticals, isomers can be a really big deal because your body can completely react differently to different isomers.